searched under every rock, every stone. We engaged the services of a private detective overseas. We looked all over the world to try to find.
Ever since the defamation trial between Amber and Depp ended, more people have stormed to stand in Depp's long line of fans, to the extent that Amber's very own private investigator has showered Johnny Depp so much praise. Keep watching to know more. Amber's former investigator Paul Barresi recently shared in an interview with a media outlet that he was hired by Amber Heard's lawyers to find out bad things about JD, and now Paul may have lost every iota of respect and support for Amber, because after thorough investigation and discovery of the truth, Paul couldn't help but pledge his loyalty to Depp. The private investigator took Depp's side and said that everyone who said good things about Depp actually said a lot of awful and terrible things about Heard. And we know you are curious about the assignment Amber gave him, so here's a quick peek. Amber hired Paul specifically to get dirts on Depp in all hope to demean and ruin his career. Barresi said, "I was supposed to find instances of bad conduct, his past in accordance with what Heard alleges, to find other women who were abused by Johnny. I searched for a while, I spoke to a great many people, I knocked on doors, and I couldn't find one person to say one deprecating thing about him." Paul further revealed, "I collected all of these historic documents on him, the home he used to live in, the places his father worked, just really great stuff. Amber hired me in the summer of July 2019. I searched on every rock, every stone, all over the world to find out bad things about Johnny, and we all came empty-handed." Barresi also shared that Heard fired him in a few months, and it was not until April of 2020 that he decided to share his experience as a private detective with Amber with the public. Additionally, Paul stated that the actress was an opportunist on par with everyone else. He claimed that he has interviewed over 100 seconds of Depp's former associates and hasn't discovered anything wrong worth mentioning. "Well, it's hard finding dirt on a Hollywood sweetheart, isn't it? When Amber hired me, she wanted proof that Johnny was a serial abuser of women," said Barresi. The celebrity investigator then went on to investigate nearly around 100 of Depp's former associates, who had collaborated with Depp in the films for the past 3 decades to gain information and evidence in an effort to incriminate the actor. However, despite all the efforts, Barresi failed to find evidence from any other women for domestic violence against Depp. It hurts to be Amber right now, and honestly, she went too far this time and fell hard on her back in disappointment.
One deprecating thing about him. Now, let me get something clear with everybody. Just because I couldn't find somebody to tell me, yeah, he's a bad guy, somebody credible. We don't know what people do behind closed doors. There are people who clothe themselves in a certain dignity. They're respected, revered, extolled by many. For example, Johnny Depp, he's a national and international star. People love him, just like they love Michael Jackson, just like they loved O.J. Simpson or Robert Blake. And so I think people lose sight of that. It's important that we really don't know for a fact what went on behind closed doors. I wasn't there, but I can say with absolute certainty that I spoke with a great number of people, and they all said Johnny was a sweetheart, that he was a gem of a guy.
Barresi's ensuing Depp dive, which included interviews with the Donnie Brasco actor's friends, found that the A-lister was frequently preyed upon by so-called friends. The so-called friends persuaded the Jack Sparrow actor to foot the bill for everything from their rent to their house payments, cars, and even legal fees. And this means that JD was kind-hearted to a fault, and rather than find incriminating evidence, Paul grew admirable of Depp. Paul went further to state that the Pirates of the Caribbean actor was besieged by people who ingratiated themselves into his domain. Once they were there, they'd scratch his back with one hand while the other took in the feet. All of the people around him have been on the taking for so many years. He added, Barresi revealed that among all, Depp's ex-wife Heard benefited from Depp the most. He said, obviously knew his power in Hollywood, and she seized upon that power in the hopes of furthering her career. Well, all of those good deeds is definitely paying off for JD right now, and Paul as well as Depp's fans are more than happy to see Depp's reputation gain the good side of media attention. A fan wrote, Amber Heard hired Paul Barresi to dig dirt on Johnny Depp going back 30 years, interviewed 100 plus friends, acquaintances, co-workers. He couldn't find one with bad things to say. Every woman JD's met said positive things about him, but we're supposed to believe Amber Heard. Hashtag justice for Johnny Depp. Another fan commented, Amber hired a private investigator, Paul Barresi, who searched continents for any kind of dirt on Johnny Depp, going back 30 years, interviewing over 100 people. Paul found no complaints or allegations, only praise for the kind and generous person Johnny is. Hashtag Amber Heard is a liar. There's more where that came from, so stay connected.